morning. Today is March 21st, 2020. And I'm shooting this video to just really um, just really share. I've been shooting more videos and sharing my perspective and my experience, more importantly. And I saw this picture and it bothered me. I don't know the exact date. Again, today is March 21st, 2020. I don't know where this picture originally came from, who originally put this together, and I don't know the original date that it was shared. But it does a couple of things concern me. And so when I see something like this, the first thing I see is the headline, which is like 30 stocks under $100, which in the market that we're in, or kind of where we are technologically, price really doesn't matter because you can buy a stock, may be like you see AMD at $49.21. That doesn't mean you have to buy, one share at $49.21. You can buy a fractional share through different brokers. So, you may only have $100 to invest, but that doesn't mean that you have to buy one share of AMD. You can buy fractional shares of many of these different stocks. The other thing that bothers me particularly about this thing is like 30 stocks under that thing of 30 stocks on $100. It's really irrelevant in the context of what I've shared. And that leads me to the piece of people saying, oh, stocks are falling, they're on sale. And if you watch the previous videos, you know how I feel about that. Is that what is the definitive meaning of sale? Because these things keep going lower and going lower and going lower for now. And then people are saying, oh, you can't time the market. Well, and then they like to quote Warren Buffett. Well, Warren Buffett, as of, I think it was a month ago, he had $125 billion in cash. What do you think he was doing? He was waiting for an opportunity to buy cheaper assets. So you got to be careful with what you're taking in, what you're receiving, and ultimately, is the best thing to do is learn this information yourself. That's what these videos are for, and learn how to be as objective as possible. Because a lot of what you see out there in terms of what's on the internet is very subjective. And so what you're not going to hear me say is, oh, the stock prices will be XYZ in the future. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Nobody knows what they're going to be in the future. So what you really got to think about is, what is an objective way to buy these assets, these companies, or whatever you're looking to do. What is an objective way to buy? You probably saw some of the headlines about some of the senators selling back in January when they found out about this virus thing. I mean, they have inside information. So that's why I'm sharing with you what the insiders are doing, that they have to publicly report what they're buying and selling so that you can follow the money. So that's as objective as you can get, because nobody knows what the future price is going to be. But I can tell you what, that just because something's at $100 and it drops to $50 doesn't mean that it's on sale. So what I'm aiming to do with this video is I'm going to, I guess it's going to be long. Maybe I'll go through all of them, maybe not. But I'm going to start at AMD. Whenever this was published, I don't know the actual date, but my goal in this video is just to show you how quick, just because stocks have dropped doesn't mean that they're on sale. They can keep going lower and keep going lower. And so if you take $100 and you lose 50% of that, now you have $50. And just from a pure money management perspective, if you start to make over that $100, you got to gain more than 50% back, right? So if you lose 50% of $100, you got to make more than 50% to get back over 100, which is a lot. And so that's why I encourage you to get more educated about this, and that's what these videos are for. So that being said, I'm going to get started. So AMD, whenever this was shared, was $49.21, right? So let's go pull up AMD. I'm using FinViz to do this, FINVIZ.com. And I'm going to go through these rather quickly. Okay, that today, $39.61. So this whole idea that it's on sale when they keep dropping, um, is another thing. But let me say this: even if the market turns around and keeps going the other way right now, you're not. Nobody's going to be that good at picking the top or the bottom, but you're not going to miss out if stocks start to run and continue to go, because it's like a train, right? What's in momentum generally stays in momentum. So when they're going down, they usually go down for a while, and when they're going up, they usually go up for a while. So it's not like you're going to miss the bus. Okay, that's another thing I want to point out. So now we're going to do ENPH at $53.21. In phase energy. It's at $26 today from $53.21. Right? So if you'd have bought when they told you to buy, or whoever posted this, so you got to be careful with this information, you're already down almost 50% on that. Okay? Snap. Just Snapchat. $10 today, or as of Friday, it was $14. $14.23. NIO. Come on, there we go. Sorry, this is a free site, so these ads are gonna keep popping up. $2.40. And what was it here? $4.13. Best Buy was $79.91. Is it BBY? $51.65. All right, Bank of America, $28.47. $19.67 today from 28.47. Let's go to AT&T. $28.45 from $37.29. Okay, so let's go to Square. And keep in mind that that when the broader market is falling, pretty much everything tends to fall. Okay, so it's not. That's why you're seeing what you're seeing. This is $38.09 from $77.71. Let's go to Intel. These ads are annoying. $45. Wait, did I do that right? $45.83 from 58.14. Let's go to Exxon. XOM. $32.74 from 53.26. I hope you're starting to see the picture. You're starting to get the picture now. Uber. Maneuver through the Uber. See what happens here. Uber starting to bounce. 21.33 and 33.50. Uber got down to $15. Got down to $15 in this last last couple of days. Delta, DAL. Notice how long it's taking me to do this. Not taking long at all. $21.35 from 48.44. Micron. $36.11. From 54.25. Square. Did we look up? Wait a minute. Did we look up Square? Oh, yeah. Square's on here twice. I don't know why. Intel's on here twice. That's telling. Verizon. Easy. Verizon is at 51.80 from here at 57.39. So not a terrible drop from there. Let's see. Delta, Starbucks. I did those two already. Okay, we getting there. And then Pfizer. So PFE. 29.01. Pfizer from 35.14 to 29.01 currently. Wells Fargo. $26.50. Wells Fargo from 41.31 to 26.50. Again, that almost 50%. It's very simple math. You've got to earn, if you have an investment, even if you spread it out. If we're gonna quote Warren Buffett famously said, "Hey, the only reason I have to diversify so much is because I have so much money, and if I were managing a smaller amount of money, I could buy one stock and get over 50% a year, right? Versus being spread out." And so just to break that myth that you have to be all over the place. But even if you were spreading your money across the board, then the percentages that some of these are down, you're still going to be down a pretty big amount that your portfolio has to come up even higher to earn a return. So that's why I'm sharing this information, is just to allow you some tools to give you a more objective way to make some decisions about your portfolios. See, well, let me get rid of this ad. 26.50 was Wells Fargo. At 41.31, let's go to General Electric. That was $11. General Electric. $6.52. So it's not the dollar amount. Keep that in mind too. Just because it's under $100, what does that mean? And I think that heading was designed to say, hey, these are cheap, just because they're under $100, and that's just not necessarily the case. Let's see, where were we? CVS. Let's see what CVS. $54.70 from 64. Not a crazy drop, but a drop nonetheless. Qualcomm, QCOM. $60.91 from 81. ABBV. $68.82 from 89. Nike. I remember when the whole Colin Kaepernick thing happened. People were just going out buying Nike stock just because somebody, oh, you can buy a pair of Nike shoes. Why didn't you buy the stock? Da 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 da. Ooh, well, the timing of that was all wrong. $67.45. It's at 94.13. So say for instance, I think it was about 100. The stocks were about 100, and so in this area, 100 or so bucks back then, and people were just buying just because, and just because isn't a good enough reason. That's more of an emotional reason, an emotional response. And you have professionals like me who are doing this night and day. They eat, sleep, drink, breathe the markets. Not saying that you have to do that, but you have to do some of the things that they're doing, the professionals are doing, and they're definitely not buying off of emotion. Take that how you want to. This is just to inform, to enlighten, and hopefully help people become better at managing their own portfolios. Um, so we did Nike. Let's do American AAL. American Airlines. My dad called me about American Airlines, and he was like, "Oh, guy at the bank said, he's gonna be buying." And I said, because of what the guy mentioned something about the coronavirus, and I was like, I just asked a really straightforward question. My dad will probably listen to this too. Is this guy, is he a banker or is he an epidemiologist? That's my only question, because how did he know what's going to happen, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Follow the price. American Airlines is $10.38 today, as of Friday, and it was $18.96 whenever this came out. It dropped from 30 to 10. Does that? Oh, the other thing is, does a drop from 30 to 10 make it cheap? Right? Some people would automatically say absolutely. Well, that depends. We don't know what's going to happen with these airlines. Chances are they may get a bailout. But the other side of that is, what kind of cash position do they have? Are they liquid cash? And are the officers buying? If the officers start buying, which is public information, that should tell you they're ahead of things and they already know they're about to get the bailout. So then you can follow the money, right? So just keep those kind of things in mind. Like, the very, very simple way to do this and make sure that you come out, the likelihood of that you come out on the positive side is higher than not. Starbucks, $81. SBUX. I enjoy this, by the way. I don't need to upgrade. Maybe they don't. Okay, there we go. $58.03 from 80. Okay. Ford, $7.24. $4.33. The other thing I encourage you to do, go back and look at some of these companies and go to the 2008, 2000, March of 2009 numbers. March of 2009, me and my buddies were buying stocks right before March of 2009. We were buying, and getting ridiculous returns when they started printing money in March of 2009. Um, the returns were just blew my mind in terms of how quick that happened. Now, I didn't get a chance to ride all of that up for all of these years. And that's where in that span of time, that's where my trading skills have been honed and gotten better and all of those different things, because I didn't have a process to continue to participate as the market kept going up. And so that's what I do professionally now, is I have that process to participate whether the market's going down or whether the market's going up. Um, but that being said, Ford, $4.33. It was at $7.24. Let's go to General Motors. $18.14 from $31.66. Let's go to Coca-Cola. KO. Yeah, and I'm going a little bit fast on this, and that's fine. I mean, you can rewind, and you got time. We're all damn near on the quarantine, right? 38.30 from 56.72. Lyft. Lyft. Come on, Lyft. 21.27 from 37.20, and then let's go to Chevron, CBX. $59.39 from 96.99. So that's all of them, right? And I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been educational. I hope it enlightens you to understand that just because the saying amongst professionals is that low can always become lower, right? And don't go catching falling knives. We call these falling price, a falling knife. We don't know how far it can go, and if you catch a falling knife in your kitchen, you're going to get cut, right? And depending on how you grip, how much of a grip you catch that knife with, depends on how deep that cut's going to be. So keep that in mind. Watch some of I put up other videos. There are two other ones specific to this. One is using this tool to find out when the officers are buying, and the other one is just how to look at the financials that these companies have, and how to look at who the insiders are using Yahoo. All free information, very, very powerful information, so that you can start building a list and monitor that list. Don't make your list go across different sectors, whether it's hospitality, energy, um, banking, etc., and make your little list, and then you can watch that list. It's kind of you don't want to have such a cognitive load that you can't make a decision. So put everything in a box, make a list, and then execute on that when it's time to do something. Um, this is this is um, for legal purposes. I have to tell you that this is for entertainment purposes, and I am not a financial advisor. But this is, I hope this information is helpful, and I hope you use it, share it, and give me some feedback on it. Okay. Um, that's it. I'm going to get this up ASAP. Let me know what you think. Talk to you soon.